Hi everyone. Okay, October is in the books and we have the stats, and you know what? It's just more of the same essentially. So listen, of course we're going to have a little bit of seasonal reduction in sales volume. We always do, but these numbers are just off the charts. So September versus October, about an 8% drop in sales. That is completely normal, but what's not normal is this level or this volume of sales. Active listings, well, you know, they're trending downwards. I mean, people would typically do that towards Christmas. This is really important. There's still no inventory in the market, less than 1 month standing inventory. Prices month over month down by 1.8%. Not really the story. That's an average sell price in the city, 551 across condos and residential homes. So there it is, just crazy stuff happening. Here's kind of a little bit more of the true insight on what's happening. So sales, October versus October, we've got basically a 33% increase in sales and a 34.7% reduction in active listings. What does that mean? It means we've got less than a month's worth of inventory, prices are up, sellers are happy, buyers are struggling to find inventory. It's basically the same as what we've seen since, post-pandemic essentially. Continuing on, this is what's interesting. You look at some of those little October stats where things are a little bit softer than they were in September, and you think, oh, maybe it's coming to an end. And hey, I don't have a crystal ball, but I can tell you this. Generally speaking, we have massive increases in inventory towards the end of the year, right? We basically start high, hit kind of a low year over year, a little bit of a summer break, a little bit of a reduction as we approach the school year, and then things shoot up towards the Christmas holidays and etc. Not this year. We had a little bit of an increase when the pandemic hit, and then we went gangbusters, and we're maintaining this really, really low level of inventory. A little bit of an increase in October, expected, but nowhere near what we typically would see. So very, very tight market still. Moving on, what we have here is basically the prices in the city on average for residential versus condo. So last year, imagine this, a year ago, your average house in Ottawa was $483 and change. This year it's $603, $253. So we've bypassed the fives and moved right to the sixes as the average price in Ottawa. The condominiums are telling a similar story, not quite as powerful, but they're up 15.5% from a $319 to a $368, October over October. So super powerful numbers. And you know what? I guess, like I said earlier, we really don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's coming, but I can tell you what is. What is that we are still in a very tight market. There's probably some softening in certain things, the really, really high-end prices. Condos are, there's some buildup of inventory there. But generally speaking, for the average consumer, there's lots of a struggle out there to be a buyer, lots of excitement to be a seller. We're here to help you navigate. We can win, regardless of what side of this equation you're on, and we're here to help you navigate through this really interesting and challenging time. So next time I speak to all of you, it'll probably be at our annual Christmas tree event. Looking forward to that. We'll be back to you, let you know what happened in November in a month or so.